Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. First down, it's Darnold. Completes it to Watt. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Bell a first down and then some. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
He'll get this one to the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give this to Bell running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. And Darnold just beating the play clock. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rock it. Go.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Malloy. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
At the 41-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the out. Let's go. Hey, Alpha. Go, faster. Bang. Now.
From the gun, Malloy. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the road, man, ain't he? Check. Lucky.
A give to the brother of JJ. This is Derek Watt. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check 26, check 26. 080. Recon, 132 fighter.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's see what you got. 25, check 25, check 25. Lady.
They'll try the right side with Bell. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Darnold, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Cleveland Farrell. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throwing to start the drive. Malloy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill, 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 kill. Lady, 155. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And an alley to run. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Bell. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
He gets slap happy up here sometimes. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go. Check 13. Check 13. Ready?
Back to throw. Malloy. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. 4 down.
Operating from the gun. Malloy got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Darnold now to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On first down, Malloy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready, break.
Hey, pick your game up.
You don't know no better. Look at me, zipper. Hey, Delta. Roll out.
Check. Fresno.
Leo. Leo. Five.
2nd and 4. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got decent. Chance of coming away with the football.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. They set up the screen to Hill. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Darnold. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now 4th down coming up. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing just outside his own goal line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This one taken just inside the 10.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Pull it high. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 1. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Young lady. Young lady.
Hey, Zoo.
56 to Mike.
From the 31, Darnold letting one go deep for a noon one. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's 3rd and 4. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
4 down. Lady. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Go.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. 57 to Mike. 57.
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Got it.
54. Mike 54. Check. Slam.
Greystone, travel. Bravo. Deep river.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Malloy going up top. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Malloy. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it.
Hey, Sam off. Get it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
60 Pittsburgh.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
15 line. 15 line.
54. Here we go, D. Smooth. Here I come again. Here I come again. Right there.
To throw on second down. Malloy toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
You run.
Ready.
To throw on third down, Malloy. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
57. Check pass.
Faking the give, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Troy Apke. Johnson was the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. An extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always have that being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
We own them.
Now it's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd down. It's Ford, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Hey, Charlie.
Again, they turn to Ford. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down to close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Play. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now a carry for the fullback. This is Watt. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Shit. Man, 80. 57's the mic. Watch 57. I don't think you got it, son.
Protein spill.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Man, 80. Man, 80.
80 weapon.
55. Yeah. You don't want none.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Right here.
Here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Short boot, taken at the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Well, they'll run it here on the Jets sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set 70, Indy.
Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up.
Now.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Jets.
Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. 50-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57.
I got it.
57 to Mike. 57.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go again.
Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here we go, D. 57's the Mike. Watch 57.
3 buzz.
57's the Mike. 57.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Buzz. Be ready. 55's Mike, guys. 55.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And a short kick, taking it about the 16. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Ready.
Mike 57. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day.
The Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Oakland, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.